What do I feel like talking about today? I was just talking or thinking about the capacity in my nervous system. I was noticing that I have quite a bit of negative capacity to sit with uncertainty, to kind of stare into the void, into the abyss, and just ask, what is that? What's going on over there? And I feel like a lot of this has come actually from being in the state of dysregulation for most of my life. Just kind of being in this somewhat anxious, overstimulated nervous system state uh, for the majority of the time I've had this body. And yeah, being quite comfortable or developing a reasonable amount of comfort in sitting in that anxious feeling and sitting in that overwhelmed feeling. Uh, so there's like quite a bit of dissociation involved, and this is what's been interesting to wrestle with. Is like as I'm coming back into my body, into my nervous system, as I'm kind of unwinding all of the tension and the clenching that my body and my nervous system was doing for decades. I'm starting to notice um, what more deeper relaxation feels like. And I'm starting to realize, like, oh, okay, like this is not what you were experiencing before. And like it's nice. It's not something that I particularly want to kind of leave when I do experience it. Like sometimes I'll have like a deep release, and then I'll just kind of sink into my body more, and it'll just feel like a nice cozy blanket. Uh, and then my nervous system will start to like fire up again, and it'll start to vibrate, and I'll start to vibrate kind of out of my body and back into my head. Uh, and it's just like this low baseline kind of neurogenic tremor that is pulsing through my nervous system pretty consistently as just like a baseline hum. But my baseline hum, I think, is quite high because uh, of all of the kind of undiagnosed, late diagnosed autism, ADHD, uh, all of the sensory overwhelm, all of the kind of lack of co-regulation as a child, and just like, you know, just all of these things that compounded onto the nervous system and, cause the nervous system to start doing this, uh, and like make that the default, make this kind of braced position the one that felt safe, the one that was familiar. And even though this brace position is not relaxed, it's not comfortable, doesn't particularly feel good, it's familiar. And it's what my nervous system knows how to do. And it's got decades of practicing this. So it just kind of does it when it doesn't know what else to do, basically. So, for instance, like a really quick way for me to experience this whole kind of somatic loop is to do like a tense and release. So I might do a breath hold, I might breathe in, tense my body, And then breathe out and just relax everything. And especially when I feel myself tensing my core, like tensing my chest, tensing my belly, tensing my diaphragm, uh, especially with a full, like full lungs, uh, then I really start to come into my body more and I can feel everything that was, baseline tense before, and it kind of gets fatigued by tensing it even more. And then when I relax, it's able to relax even more, and then I kind of sink even deeper into my body. Uh, and then eventually kind of it regains its energy and all of those places that were subtly tensed up before start to subtly tense up again. But there's like this moment of noticing uh, the kind of the dip in the baseline tension, uh, and how much more relaxed my body feels. And yeah, it's just been quite fascinating to start to like document that with more subtlety. Like I've done tense and release exercises since I was a kid. It's nothing new, but I've recently started doing them with a lot more sensitivity, and also just like a lot more uh, like attunement to what is actually comfortable. So like, right now I'm sitting in a pretty comfy chair and I can put my head back. And if I did a tense and release uh, in this chair with my head back and my feet reclined a little bit, uh, then I would be able to sink much deeper into that relaxation because my body is fully enveloped right now. I'm fully supported. So, uh, yeah, I wouldn't be worrying about holding myself up or supporting my body. I could just fully kind of drop all of the tension. And I find that a very like different way of approaching it because I used to like do the tensing and releasing just as like a precursor to meditation or to some other exercise, uh, just to kind of get myself keyed into my body. And now I do it much more for myself. Like there's much more attunement to what does my body actually want in a given moment, and also just experimentation. It's just kind of fun. It's like, what is what does my body feel like in these different kind of states of awareness? Hmm. Yeah, I'm also noticing that I feel slower than most people. Like like this right now, where I'm just kind of taking a moment. This feels more authentically me, and yet I feel like like my autistic mask makes it really hard for me to do this without second guessing myself. It's like I want to just take my time. I want to just uh, yeah, be able to let my thoughts process, tune into my body. And yet I often don't give myself permission to do that. Yeah. Yeah, I think there's something to do with attention. Uh, like I feel like there's a tension with my expectations around attention and this video, and I'm not sure if this video is just for me or if I'm going to post it, but yeah, there's this tension with attention where I know if this video is just for me, then the space is fine. Like I feel comfortable with the space. I feel like I'm not imposing on anybody with the slowness, with the timing. If the video is to be shared, it feels like there's more tension with the idea of inviting someone else into that more drawn out form of attention. It's a taking up space thing. Oh, it's totally a taking up space thing. uh, it's like the quiet feels like me taking up a lot of space, and I don't typically like to take up too much space. Hmm. But it's a practice that I want to improve on. I'd like to be better at taking up space.